Oh, hi there. I'm from Two Cities, which is in Westminster, but I've got a lot in common with Tyler. Tyler, I've been in the Labour Party for 4 years, and I wasn't politically involved before that in England. And I'm VC as well. I'm vice chair of the CLP, and I tried to become a councillor, but I didn't quite make it against the Tories. And I really agree that so many people have become, young people especially, have become disillusioned. My son left the day, he's in another CLP, left the day that Starmer was elected. And a lot of our left have left the Labour Party locally and across, places I know. And just about everybody that door knocked with us in 2019, I've got a long contact list, and they've just about all left the Labour Party in disgust on principle. So I really get that, I'm not a very good speaker, so I'll just try and make 3 points. The first one is my background. I was a refugee from South Africa in 1978. And my second point I want to make is an observational one. And my third point is a question. So the second point, an observation. I've been stuck in South Africa with my husband, who's a Cockney from London, for a year during COVID. And I just wanted to mention that I think Larry's point is the most important thing that I've heard tonight. I saw a different media in South Africa for a year. I saw something that was okay. It was neoliberal, but it was the same issue. It was COVID, which is a pandemic internationally. And the difference was remarkable. I mean, it's so political over there, and it's so informative. I know so much more about COVID than I'm not clinical or anything, than anybody I know in England. And I've got back and I've listened to the BBC and I've listened to ITV, I've listened to all of them, and I just can't stand it. It's so vague and it's so patronizing compared to the South African radio and TV, which is all the time political. They've been, they've been on about Israel and Palestine in the last few days, giving the history, teaching everybody from the basics. People that don't know, people have been phoning up about Palestine. It's completely different. And I think it's the most important thing that's holding us back, because the working class here are totally indoctrinated by the media, I have to say, after listening to the South African media, which I now listen to on the radio, online. And I think that's the first hurdle that we've got to get over. Otherwise, we're just going around, in circles. And this last point I want to make, if you don't mind, is a question. Because I don't really understand English politics. It's not in my veins. I've joined Unite as well, and I'm going to be voting. I want to know what the speakers and the others, and maybe a show of hands, as to who people who are members of Unite are going to support, and whether we think that if we lose Unite to the right, whether there's any hope for us having the unions connected to Labour. Thanks.